I can't believe it either. I am coming at you through your computer screen today rather than in class because once again I have had a COVID-19 positive case in my house. Once again, it is not me as of now. I've got to see the test results. I'm asymptomatic, but that doesn't mean I don't have the virus. But no matter whether those test results are positive or negative, I will be out of school all week for this last week of quarter one. Not so much of a big deal in the skinny class. This is just the midpoint of the semester for us. But nevertheless, it's bad timing. It's always bad timing for me to not be there with you guys. So I want to make sure that today I'm laying the groundwork for what you're going to be doing this week so that you can be successful and ready to hit the ground running when I return, hopefully at the beginning of quarter two. So this week we will continue our study of westward expansion and manifest destiny, and the theme for this week will be the same as the theme for the larger unit, a theme that we kind of started looking at last week too, which is the theme of perspective and how perspective influences the way that people see the event that is westward expansion and all the events that contribute to westward expansion, how different groups and different individuals with different seats at the proverbial table saw manifest destiny differently. And so I can tell you right now that your summative assessment at the end of this unit will deal with perspective. We'll deal with these events and how they look different to different people. You're going to have to show me an ability to understand how manifest destiny can be perceived differently depending on people's identities and experiences. And so this week is about accumulating some practice in that, looking at some different events that we think of when we think of manifest destiny and seeing how those events looked to different people. So that's kind of what you can have in the back of your head all week, is accumulating different perspectives of different events in westward expansion and manifest destiny. Today's assignment is going to be a very content-heavy assignment. It's called Major Events in Manifest Destiny, and what it is 12 events that I have deemed super important in the history of manifest destiny that will give you an idea of how the United States went from just like the original 13 British colonies to the continent-wide country that we have today. These events will kind of help you understand how that happened. And for each of the 12 events, I'm asking you to do 4 things. First, I'm asking you to give me a brief description of the event. That can be attained just by, searching these events on Google and finding an online resource. The more you can put it in your own words, the better. Less because this is not like an assignment where I'm going to be checking for plagiarizing, but it is an assignment where I want you to get some understanding about these events, and like writing stuff in your own words rather than just using the words of an internet resource helps you to do that, helps the brain to kind of process that information. So summarize the event in just like 2 to 3 sentences. Then I want you to tell me why the event's important. And this should for sure be your own words. So even if you're using like the words of the source to help you make the summary, try to tell me in your own words based on that summary why you think this event is so important in manifest destiny. The third thing is making connections to perspectives. And your sources might not do this for you. I'm kind of asking you to think critically and use like your imagination here. And so when you look at these 12 events, try to imagine what that event might have looked like to the different people who would have been affected or involved in that, affected by or involved with that event. And just like imagine how like it might have looked different to different groups of people. This is less having to find evidence of those perspectives and more just you like imagining. And the 4th thing you have to do for each event is to find an image. And I said 12 events. I've actually done the first and the last event for you, so you can kind of see what I'm looking for with my example here on the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, which is the first event. You can see my description, why I said it was important, and how I made connections to perspective there, as well as the Wounded Knee Massacre, which is the last event. And so if you're unsure exactly what I mean based on this description, perhaps you can follow my lead on those events. And that is all that I have for you today. If you have any questions, be it on this assignment or anything to do with my class, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am available at my home office. One advantage of me being in distance teaching is I am very, very accessible. I do not have kids in front of me all day. So this is like a great week. Like if you need to set up some kind of a phone call or Google Meet with me to talk about something that has to do with your grade, this is a great week to do that. But like I said, this being the last week of quarter one, my class probably isn't your priority right now. It's probably your 4th and 5th hour classes. But nevertheless, I'm here if you need me. This probably won't be the last time you're hearing from me this week, even if you don't reach out to me directly. So I guess I'll probably see you soon.